What's going on, guys? This is Tito with All Day DFS, and I hope y'all guys are having a great day. I hope y'all guys cashed in last night. I hope y'all made that money. Let me know down below how it went for you. Let me know if y'all cashed in. Let me know who brought it home for you. Let me know if you have a bum of the night that ruined your night. Hopefully y'all didn't. I pray and I hope that y'all guys cashed in. And if you followed my picks, you should have definitely cashed in. I myself, I profited like around $450, so good night for me. Obviously, there's a lot of guys out there that are making big bank, but I'm not on that. I'm not back to that part yet because I'm building up my bankroll. I wanted to build my bankroll off of my own wins. So when I started, I think I threw about $50 in there, and now I'm up. Last night, like I said, I profited $450. So really good night for me, and I hope y'all guys cashed in. Let's go ahead and recap my picks from yesterday. We had Capella over 11.5 boards. Now Capella straight up scared the shit out of me because later in the day they busted out with that he was on a minutes restriction. So I was like, oh boy, I didn't know if he was gonna get there. So seeing that news, that was a sweater. So I went ahead and made another line right away because they already have bumped them up to 12.5 boards, and I went and made a little. It was like a $10 line for him on the under on boards. But either way, he came through, limited minutes or not. I think he ended up with like 14 rebounds. So he came through. Once they get over the number that I need, I don't even pay attention anymore to what they ended up with. But I think he ended up with 14 rebounds, so we definitely got that one. Grayson Allen over on threes. He didn't get there, but he tied. So if you played that one, you didn't lose. So that was a tie. So then we had John Collins over 13.5 points, and he got there. And if you got him late at 15.5, he still got there. He got 16 points. So that was a big winner. I was a little worried once he bumped up to 15.5 and I didn't get him on time, but he came through and got 16 points. Then we had Bam under on assists. I think he only ended up like with 1 or 2. I think it was 1. Last time I checked, he only had 1 assist. Either way, he didn't get there, so that was a winner. And then I had Chris Middleton under 7.5 rebounds. I think he ended up like with 2. Didn't get there. So basically, out of the 5 picks, 1 was a tie, so 4 for 4. 100%, and if you picked the one to tie, you didn't lose on that one. So awesome, and I hope y'all guys followed it, and I hope y'all guys made some money off that. I hope y'all tailed it, or I hope y'all added to your lines and y'all had some winning lines. How about last night was crazy with those blowouts. I mean, we had 3 games and 2 of them were blowouts, and it's just the blowouts just be killing me because I had I don't know what was up with Luka. Luka played terrible yesterday. If he would have came through, I would have made some good money too, some more money. But it was just a crazy day, and it was like that last year. Like every day was crazy. You had last-minute changes. You had crazy rotations with the coaches where they don't play them. Like I seen some people complaining last night that Curry didn't play till like I think 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. That's something that I learned last year in the fourth quarter with the Warriors. If they got a good lead, they're gonna wait they're gonna wait all they can to bring in Curry and bring in Draymond. If they have a lead, if they're comfortable, they don't bring them in until like late in the fourth quarter. So you gotta look at the under. I've been playing the under on Draymond in the fourth quarter, and it's been hitting. I'm a little scared to go on the under with Curry in the fourth quarter, just because Curry can blow up at any time. He can just knock down 3 threes, 4 threes in 2 minutes or something and go over. So that one, I'm cautious with that one. But I did hit a fourth quarter last night. It was Paul George over and Draymond under, and Draymond was at 7, and he ended up at 6.9. So it feels lovely when you get that 0.1 win, because usually I get those 0.1 losses when you're like so close and you lose by 0.1. So actually I won by 0.1. So yes, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these picks for today. Hopefully we have the same success as yesterday. So guys, the first thing I noticed when I looked at this board was that, let me switch it over here to single stats. Mo Bamba and Wendell Carter, they just seem, I'm an Orlando Magic fan. Orlando Magic is in rebuild mode, but Mo Bamba is starting now, and he's been playing well. He started in the preseason. He played well in the preseason. Played well his first game, and they have him at 11.5 points. I just think that's super low. He had 18 points last game, and then Wendell Carter at 10.5. So my first pick for today, and that's the first 2 things I noticed, but my first pick is Wendell Carter, and you can go either way with him. I like the fantasy score better. At 25, I think 25 is just too low. He's a starter. He only played 19 minutes last game. Of course, it was a huge blowout. but he only played 19 minutes, but he still got there in 19 minutes. He had 27 fantasy points. He should play more minutes now. Again, Orlando's in rebuild mode. They start 2 rookies. I can see Wendell Carter and Mo Bamba being the main, outside of, who's the other one that starts? Wagner, Suggs. Oh, Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony does take a lot of shots, but so Carter and Bamba, I see them being able to. I think they're just too low. I think right now PrizePicks don't know how to put these lines with these Orlando Magic players. So anyways, Wendell Carter at 25 is too low. He got 27 last game. Like I said, it was in only 19 minutes. He had 27 fantasy points. He should play more tonight. He had 13 points and 8 boards. So I like him for the over. Full game more. My favorite pick is full game. 25 is just too low. He gets rebounds, he gets blocks, and he scores. So I just feel like 25 is too low. I can see him getting, if he gets anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes, he should at least get 15 points, maybe 10 rebounds, and a block or 2. I just see him getting over 25. I think 25 is too low for Wendell Carter. Like I said, 27 last game with only 19 minutes. So that's my first pick is Wendell Carter. My second pick, as we were talking about, is Mo Bamba. Now Mo Bamba, you can go either way. He definitely eclipsed his fantasy score last game too. They have him at 31. He had 4 blocks last game. He's been a blocking machine this preseason and the first game. He had 4 blocks. He had 18 points. He had I think something like 2 steals. So he gets the peripherals down. He gets the blocks. He gets the steals. He's shooting threes. Mo Bamba's doing it all right now. He's in a contract year. He's gonna be a free agent, restricted free agent or whatever. So I mean, he's playing and he's getting the minutes. He's finally getting the minutes. All the Vooch and Gordon and Fournier and all these people are out of there. So now he's getting the minutes. He played 27 minutes last game in a blowout. So it looks like he's blowout proof. So I definitely like him. I like both of them, but my favorite is the points. I like the points better, but that's 2 picks for y'all. I like both of them. You could go 2 picks for each of them. I like Wendell Carter over 25 fantasy points and over 10.5 points. And then I like Mo Bamba over 31 fantasy points and over 11.5 points. If I had to pick and choose, I might run lines with both of them. That's what I did yesterday. So I'll probably just run lines with both of them. One line over on points, one line over on fantasy. But I think I like them both. But for Bamba, I like the points better. Because like I said, he's shooting the threes. He's a focal point on the offense now. And then Carter, although Robinson's guarding Bamba, I know Robinson's a pretty good defender, but I can see him hitting some threes. And Carter as well. I like him fantasy points, and I like him over on points. So there you go. That's 4 picks basically in 2. Those are my first 2 picks that I like. Let's go ahead and take him off the board here. Where was it? So the next one we got is Colin Sexton. I like Colin Sexton over on threes. He's at 1.5. He crushed last year versus the Hornets. He crushed last year. He averaged 27.5 points versus the Hornets, and he averaged 3 3-pointers a game versus them. And he was shooting 6 threes a game versus them. Made 3. He's made a 50%. I don't expect him to hit 50% all the time from the 3-pointers, but all we need is 2. So this one's another one that I have two picks for the same player. And guys, when I give you 2 picks for the same players, just go ahead and pick whatever you think is the best if you feel like picking one of these. Again, some of y'all might think these picks are risky or whatever it is. This is what I'm seeing based on the research that I've done and what I've liked. So I like them over on threes, but the safer pick would be over on points, in my opinion. I like him over on points too. Where is he at here? Jeez, I probably skipped him here. I know he's at 21.5. I hate when I can't find. Oh, there he is. So yeah, he's at 21.5 points. Like I said again, he crushed Charlotte last year. He was at he averaged 27.5 points versus them last year. I see him being up for this game. He came off a shoulder injury he had in preseason. First game wasn't too good, but I see him, being back now. I see him getting over 21.5. So either over 21.5 or over 1.5 threes, whichever y'all guys like the most. to me, I think the safer one might be the points. But I'm gonna run lines with both of them again. I'm liking just about every pick that I have. I like two props for them. So that's my third pick, Colin Sexton. Fourth pick, we got Kelden Johnson. I picked Kelden Johnson to go over on points the other night, and he did. And I like him again tonight because they have him. I think they have him lower now than they had him the other night. I think the other night he was at 13.5, and they have him at 12.5. I don't know why. Maybe because Denver's a better defense. So yeah, I like him for the over on points. He averaged 14 points a game versus the Nuggets last year. In 3 games, he averaged 14 points a game. So that right there is a really good sign. We have 3 games worth of stats, and he averaged 14 against them. And then last year you had DeRozan on the team, and this year he's not on the team, so we have no DeRozan. He had 15 points his last game, so 12.5 seems a little low. I think he should have been probably around 13.5 per game, or whatever. The line should have been around 13.5. So 12.5 I feel is too low. Like again, I think he's going to be one of the focal points of the offense. You do have other guys that can fill it up, like White and Murray and stuff like that, but I just think 12.5 is too low. I could see him getting 14 points, at least 14 points. So I like the over on Kelden Johnson on points. Next we got, well, I'm looking at for a bounce back game for Donovan Mitchell. I see a lot of people, disappointed in Donovan Mitchell. It was a blowout game or whatever. I just see him bouncing back. The Kings were not a good defensive team last year, and I think that's going to continue this year. I think this is his bounce back game. He scored 42. He only played 1 game versus the Kings last year, but he scored 42 points. So I could see this game being closer than the Thunder. The Kings are a better team than the Thunder, so I could see this game being more competitive and closer. And I could see him getting 28, 30 points easily. I think he gets there if it's a competitive game, and I think he gets there. So I like Donovan Mitchell. Not too much to base it off of, just that I feel like he's going to bounce back this game. It's one of those gut picks, and like I said, he crushed them last year in the 1 game he played them, and it should be a more competitive game. So I definitely like Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points. Next, so that's my top 5 guys. Actually, I gave you more than 5 because I gave you 2 picks on a couple of them. But next, I got some bonus ones for y'all guys. This just seems too low to me. If he gets any kind of playing time, I think he should definitely crush this. If he gets good playing time, when I say good, maybe 15 to 20 minutes, I think he can do that in that. Where's he at? Tell me he took him off the board. Oh, here. Drummond, he's only got 20 fantasy points. 20 fantasy score. Last game he killed it, but it was a blowout, so he played more minutes probably than he would normally. That's why PrizePicks has him at 20, because I think he had 38 fantasy points last game, but that was a blowout. So they're basing it off of he's not going to be a blowout. It's versus Brooklyn. Guys, it don't matter who it's versus. I mean, again, NBA is crazy. You get blowouts every night. Last night, out of 3 games, we had 2 blowouts. So you never know. But I mean, well, if it's a blowout, it benefits him. So you don't have to worry about the blowout when it comes to him. So if it's competitive, you just have to hope that he gets enough minutes. But if he gets 15 to 20 minutes, I think he can go over, because he's a block machine. He gets blocks, he gets steals, a couple blocks, a couple steals, or 1 of each or whatever. And he rebounds, of course. He doesn't have to score too many points. With the blocks, steals, and rebounds, he doesn't need too much more to get over 20. So 20 is just a really low score for somebody that's really that gets the peripheral stats like that. So I like him for the over. It is a bit risky just because the playing time, if he doesn't get enough playing time. So we don't really know how how many minutes he's going to get a game, especially when it's a close game. We don't know. Obviously, Embiid is in front of him, and Embiid is a MVP caliber player. So I don't see them playing together. So he's basically going to get all the backup minutes for Embiid. So hopefully he plays enough. So this is a little bit risky. Pick it at your own risk. But I like it, and I'm definitely going to run a line with that. So then the last one that I got another bonus pick for y'all guys is James Harden. I like James Harden over 49. 49 seems kind of low for him. I mean, it should be around, I would think. I remember last year he started a lot around 52, 54. Sometimes before the game would even start, he would be like at 56. The game should be close, so you know, he should get definitely the minutes that he needs to go over. And let's see, last year versus them, in one game versus them, he had 26 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. So that definitely, you know, that's good stats. I see him going over if it's a close game. We don't got, you know, of course there's no Irving, so he's gonna get the assists, he's gonna score, he's gonna hit the threes. The only thing you have to worry about with him is the turnovers. He does have a lot of turnovers. He usually leads the league in turnovers, so it's a bit risky in that. It's a bit risky if it's not a close game, and it's a bit risky with the turnovers because he could have 8 turnovers. He could go over, you know, by 5 points, 6 points, and have 8 turnovers, and then you're back under. So those two, the bonus ones, are a little risky, but just to give you an idea, if you're looking for something else, I like, you know, Drummond over and Harden over fantasy points. Those are my 2 bonus picks. So guys, I hope these picks help y'all. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. Share it with anybody else who plays fantasy. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I really want to get there. I want to get monetized. So I appreciate y'all guys if y'all subscribe, like the video. The likes help with the algorithm and gets me more views. So I appreciate if y'all guys like and subscribe, share it, and let me know what y'all guys are liking. If y'all like any props, let me know what y'all guys like. Anything that I missed. What do y'all guys like today? Help me out. Let's brainstorm here in the comments. Let's make some more picks. You can always use the help. And go ahead and click the link on my Twitter, or, you know, follow me right there on Twitter. It's gonna be in the description. Follow my Twitter. I just put it back up. I got like 4 followers now. But I appreciate y'all guys, and I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. We'll check back in. Remember.